Hello, you fortuitous fresh air breathing fanny farters. It is I, SamSG1, coming at you for a Transformers review. Yes. This week, this episode, we're doing Kingdom Inferno. Look at him there. Look at him there. Look at him there. Normally, this would be the section where I do the bio, but there is no bio for Kingdom Inferno. I was going to do the G1 Inferno, but I'm going to do the G1 Inferno. In fact, I might have already reviewed him. I'm not sure. I can't remember. So I'm not going to do a bio on this guy, but just check him out. In that fucking, in that brilliant, in that fantastic. Have I got that on right? Yes, I do have that on right. He just looks cool. He just really does look cool. And you've got weapon storage on there, and he is just looks a little bit more orange than he does on camera than he does in real life. Don't know what that's about, but there you go. I love Inferno. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a little story about Inferno. Back in the day, halcyon days of 1985 or 86, I can't quite remember. My mother, I don't know, I can't remember the circumstances, but she had extra money, and I can't remember how she had extra money, but she had extra money, right? And basically, she bought my sister a bike, and then she bought me this, because that's all I wanted, was what we called back in the day a large Transformer. And basically she dropped me off at my dad's work in Goole, which was Happy Driver, I want to say. Anyway, and I've been waiting patiently for her to come back. Anyway, she finally came back. I remember my sister riding a bike down the showroom, and my mum pushing the pushchair, because my sister still had a pushchair at that point. And but obviously she was on the bike, and all the stuff she bought was in the pushchair, or stroller for you American fans out there. And inconsiderate bastards, the police helicopter's buzzing around outside. Anyway, so she pulls it out, and I'm like, oh my god, Inferno, cool. Even though I wanted Jazz, but I got this fella. And I was a bit disappointed I got Inferno at first, but as I started to play with it, I'm thinking, this is fucking cool. And I remember transforming it back in, you know, just as quick as that. And then my dad's workmates were trying to transform it, and they couldn't do it. And I'm like, look here, look at this. So it's a little story about Inferno. And ever since then, he's a special place for me, does Inferno. And I have a G1, it's downstairs. I have a grapple. I want to get the Artfire version of this now as well. But anyway, beside the point, innit? Let's look at it. Join me, shall you? And there he is in vehicle mode, and look at that, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? Big old fire truck. It does have rolling wheels, but they are struggling on this surface a little bit. But it does have rolling wheels, you can see them rolling there. It's a bit elongated, if I remember. The original one's a bit shorter, it seems. But he's lovely. He's just lovely. Like I say, you've got weapon storage in this mode. You can pull up. We'll just take this gun off for now. It looks a bit silly, to be fair. So yeah, and there he is in his vehicle mode. In terms of articulation, I mean, like I said, the wheels move. You can pull out the ladder, and it can go up and down. It can rotate, unlike the original one couldn't rotate. Yes, you can rotate that round and round and round. Yeah, and it's just absolutely cool. And I really do dig it. Like I say, there's some great detail. Let's zoom it in. There's some great detail in the cab section there. And you even got quasi seats in there, I guess. It's a bit translucent. And then you've got some nice silver detail with the headlights there. Some more silver on the top there. Although the grapple one, these are clear. And you've got the horns there for the siren. Yeah, very neat, very neat. You've got the hose pipes there, which can come off if you want. I guess you could put them here if you really wanted as well. So you can put them at the back there if you really wanted them out of the way. but we'll put them back there. You've got your stabilisers, which don't do anything, but they're just there for sure. And he's lacking some detail, and you can't quite see what's going on there. One thing I will say though, this, yeah, it could have been nice to have some real lights, but I'm sure Repo Labels will have a sticker sheet for this guy, which I will probably buy. Yeah, one thing I will say though is they have fixed the peg issue. I'll get onto that in a minute as I'm transforming it. But basically, they've shortened the pegs and made the plastic a little bit better. Because my grapple, I bought it straight away, and as I'm transforming it, posting pictures on Twitter and the like, and the fucking thing snapped. As I'm reading, be careful, they snap. But, you know, it's not too bad. So the only problem is it just doesn't quite want to fit together. You know, it doesn't quite want to sort of sit flush almost. You've got to... it could be because of the mould, but I mean, they've only had one variant out of this already. I mean, this is the second one. I do want the Artfire because they've announced they're doing an Artfire as well. So yeah, oh yeah, that can twist up and down as well. But yeah, really cool, really cool. Let's look at the transformation, shall we? All right. So basically, take all these bits off, and we just move them over here. So what do we do? So basically, it's just a case of sort of separating things. So we separate those, and let me just adjust the camera while I'm doing that, and then you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, we are using the technical blue tack as a stabiliser there, and it's going all over because, you know, I'm slightly off balance. There we are. So yeah, so basically you just, like I said, for these, they've, let me just zoom that in, they've shortened these, and that's really good. So my nails are awful. And strengthened the plastic, so there's less chance of it breaking. And it looks a bit pink, and it's come back to being, yeah, like I said, it looks a bit more orange on camera. It looks really like post office box red. You know, post box red, but he's a bit more orange on camera. Well, there you go. So we'll zoom that out so you can see what I'm doing. Come on. There we go. So basically, you adjust the feet, and they go in like that, and like that. Stand him up, and we'll lift the camera up a little bit. There we go. And then we just raise everything up, very much like the G1 actually. So you get this section, and then you pull it up like that, and then you just straighten everything out. Come to the back here, and then you just separate what will obviously become arms, rotate them out thus, and then you just position them how you want. There. And then you rotate his fist out. Now he does have two fists, like so. He does have two fists, but I like to rotate that one in. It'll become clear in a moment. So you come to the back here, and you've got this whole section where the ladder bit is. So basically what you do is just straighten him out, and then you rotate this section up, and then down, and then back up again, and then you rotate him up like that. Get this entire section, ladder section at the back, and you rotate that. It should go. You rotate that. Come up, there you go. Rotate that back, and then you click that in to place to get it out of the way. So that stores neatly at the back. Although the original one, this is white and these are white. I think these are white as well. I think these look better in grey, to be perfectly honest. There we go. Just position everything like that. Straighten him back up, and then you get this section here. I'll just move the camera up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And then we rotate this round, and again, to reveal his bonds, and look at that face. And then we rotate these out to finish the look. There we go, and just leave them angled slightly. And there is Inferno in his robot mode. Oh, I missed something. You get this section that was pegged to the ladder, put it on his wrist like that, and he has his wrist mounted fire extinguisher, which is really cool. And then you get this bit that was attached to the ladder as well, and you put that on there. his head-mounted water cannon, and you get his gun, real nice gun, very reminiscent of his G1, and then you put that in his hand like so, and then there he is in robot mode, and I have to say, he is looking cool. Yes, that is Back to the Future, but we won't look at that just for now. Yeah, he is really cool. I really do dig this figure. He's just absolutely bloody lovely. From head to toe, he's lovely. We'll zoom it in on his head there. And just look at that bonce. That is just G1 cartoon come to life, isn't it? That is just so cool. I love his blue eyes, his yellow ears, his yellow antenna, his silver head crest, I guess. Just super fucking cool. And you can almost hear Walker Edmonton's voice come out of it. When you look at him. So we'll just position that back as we do, and just rotate, just see if I can get him into frame a bit better, because he is a, come on, I'm still zoomed in, that's why, stupid, there we go, professionally unprofessional. So terms of articulation, his head, ooh, knocking him over. Yeah, one thing, before I get into articulation actually, these in the original toy are black, and they are black on grapple, and they've missed the boat with these. I might consider painting them black, I'm not sure, but it just kind of, it's like a solid red, but it's one of those things. I'm not ultimately bothered, but it just consistency, if that makes sense. So in terms of articulation, you can move the water cannon up and down like that. I mean, you can take it off if you want. You could even attach it to his gun if you really wanted it like that. So you've got like an extra bit on his gun there, which is pretty cool. But I like it on the top of his head, and it does rotate round. So does rotate round, so you can fold it out of the way. Oh, come on, you twatting bastard! So if you want it out of the way, you can put it out of the way. But I like to just stick it out. It just makes him look a bit different. His head will rotate 360 degrees, which is pretty cool. This doesn't move really, it's just for transformation, and you can't look up or down. These will move as well, but they're part of the transformation, and you've got to move them out of the way just to get a 360 out of the shoulder, and your shoulders can move up, move down. You can rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, but nothing at the wrist, unfortunately. He does have waist articulation, so you can waist 360 degrees, which is pretty good. He can move up at the leg. The top of his thighs can move in and out, up and down. You've got like a universal joint in there, which is really cool. So up and down. You do the preceptor kick. Going back a few years. You can rotate at the top of the thigh as well. You can bend you get about 90-degree bend at the knee. And then his foot can move forward, move back, and you get some really nice movement out of his foot. So you can get some really good poses with this fella. And he's just cool. I love Inferno. I've always loved Inferno. Ever since I got him as a kid, he does hold a special place in my heart and my collection. Should you get this guy? Yes, you absolutely should. If you're a G1er, like me, you'd be remiss not to. He is so fucking cool. I do like this fella a lot. Yeah, you should get him. And I really want the Artfire version now. But yeah, but should you pay the price though? He's 25 quid at the moment, and I think that's just a bit dear. 20 is about right, or maybe even 18. But yeah, I think these actually no, I think 25 is about right for this guy. But anything more than that, you really shouldn't be paying. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I do like him. I do like him a lot. So that's me. That's Inferno. If you like what I do, why not like, share, and subscribe? And hit that notification bell to tell me I've got new content out, which I'm trying to get at least one video a week, maybe two, depending if I've got time at the minute. Time is just slowly ebbing away from me. I don't have time to scratch my own ass at some at the moment. Check out my other Transformers reviews, which should be down here somewhere, and if you're in a position to help donate to the channel, why not consider donating to my Patreon, which will be just here somewhere. And check me out on all the social medias, which will be in the description as well. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.